Okay, so we are live. Um, Pretty sure ain't nobody really watching, but I still gotta get this out. What's up, guys? So I I'm new pretty much to all this, and I think that my motivation for doing this is that I think that there needs to be, um, especially in my city, more people on this subject. See, I am a person that I really do want change. I really do I really do have the best interest of the city in my mind. I do see what's going on with the city. Not saying that I have any solutions, but I would like to point out the problems that I have came across as I've stayed in Portsmouth and the stuff that I have seen when it comes to staying in the city and the people that operate in the city. Um, it just seems like what's I would guess I would say upsetting about it all is how it just seems like the city does it really doesn't solve anything. And I understand politicians and stuff like that, but the city isn't that big for one. And it does if you ask the people that operate in the city, like I say, they genuinely want they would say, I'm not gonna say genuinely, but they would say that they want solutions to these problems. Nobody would say, "Oh, this city's doing fantastic." There are cities around us that I'm pretty sure if you talk to the citizens within those cities, they'll say that the city isn't that bad. I mean, it could use change, but generally, I'm pretty happy with what's going on. Um, See, this city, the thing about Portsmouth is that it just seems like Portsmouth is, and I've talked to people about this. Portsmouth is on a tier like Chicago and how New Orleans used to be, how Detroit, stuff like that. Not necessarily with the broken down buildings and stuff, but the rate of crime and how uh, how the rate of crime and how careless the politicians are about the city. See, I think that one thing about it is they don't make a lot of stuff known. They don't make a lot of stuff known to the public. Mo They don't just kind of give you information. You have to really go and seek it. Like I try to participate in a lot of um a lot of city organized events and stuff like that, town hall meetings and stuff. I see them all because I'm subscribed to the YouTube channel, but there is no way to know when this stuff is going on. If Now they do post it all on Facebook. They do post it all on Facebook, but I don't have a Facebook. So I really do think that they should make it more available to people that don't have social media. Like for example, I went to a recycling event to get rid of some electronics, and the only way I knew about this event was because I called. I called to see if I can get my a replacement trash can. There was no bulletins, no nothing on the YouTube channel. I kind of stumbled across this information, and that's how it typically is with this city. Like you just have to be in the know, or you have to just stumble across it. See, I want to focus on well, I want to touch on several topics actually in regards to how this city operates and what I've noticed about the city and the people that go about the city. Me as a I'm gonna just go ahead and say, so let me just say that this city is what I would consider a gynocratic city. How although we do have a black man as a mayor, he's only a figurehead because I've not once heard him talk about the crime and how people that look like him are pretty much afflicted, are the most afflicted. It just always seems like every time you look at a video that they put out or like a promotion for something that they put out, it's always geared towards, or anything that they put out. It's always geared towards uh the black woman or elderly people, uh like like for an example, let me show just a snippet of something that I've seen. This right here. um Make sure it's not too loud. Every day I die. Make sure. So don't worry about the ad. So this is just something that I just wanted to point out to you guys, how if you just look at, see, if you just look at what they're trying to appeal to, it kind of tells you where their mind is about everything. See, I've always felt like even though I I'm not, if you look at, and I get it because I kind of understand, but it's like that's not really helping the problem. And well, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. I understand partially why you kind of appeal towards black women because, well, actually no. Actually no, because black women are the ones that are raising the violent things that are going, they come from single parent households, mainly single mother households. So I was gonna say that I understand, because if you go out, you mainly see black women that are walking the streets or whatever, but that's just because they don't care. They don't care about what's really going on in the city. They just care about, as long as they're satisfied, everything is okay. But people like me, they look at with a side eye because they're wondering why, how I kind of got away from what they see, how black men kill black men, especially in the city, and how they can kind of marginalize black men in the city. They wonder why, how I got away from that, how I look so studious, and why, what am I up to and stuff like this. Where did I come from? And see, I was going to try to kind of be the devil's advocate, but you can't even really be the devil's advocate if you look at it from a broad spectrum, because there's not really, they don't really have an excuse. If people wanted solutions, and the thing is, the city is majority black, so, and I would go as far to say there are more black women than men in this city. So if if they really wanted solutions, they would have solutions. But they they kind of have the, as long as I'm okay, as long as my lights work, my trash gets picked up, the grocery stores are still open, that's fine. So yeah, I just want to point out some things about this video that kind of, you know, you see I disliked it. So just so let me just go ahead and start right here. This is only one street in Portsmouth, and and they won't ever show any. The city is not that big, and there's a lot of nice parts in the city, but they only show very select few parts. They try to save face. I can kind of understand that because you don't want to show, you wouldn't want to show the unclean part of your house, you know. But I just don't like how they try to kind of make the city seem like something that is not. So pretty much this right here is what they appeal to in the city. And I can tell you that generally most of the time that I go out and about in the city, these are the same people that make sure this is working fine. These are the same people that kind of look at me like, what are you doing down here? Aren't you supposed to be, knocking up some random person or uh robbing somebody or getting gunned down in the hospital, you know. So yeah, that's you know. So it's like I would say I mean I need to really stop trying to play devil's advocate. This right here is what this is what appeals to the majority audience the most when they see stuff like this. When they see somebody that's non-black kind of they romanticize the non-black man and the black woman. This city does a great job at romanticizing it, making the black woman seem very independent, um, making her seem like that the story is only about her, that this whole book is about her, um, and I have a big problem with that because if, like I said, the mayor is a black man, but you don't see any representation of that outside of him. You don't see any representation of the black man. See, I really do think that he's just a figurehead because even in stuff like this, you don't see you really don't see any type of, okay, well, this is for the black man or this is for the black people as a whole, bringing us together. It's always what I just showed you previously in the first clip, and it's always something like this romanticizing, different races or a non-black man and a black woman, the woman and her child, never the man. This is again what they romanticize, and it's a black girl, not a black boy. This is the kind of thing that I see in the city a lot, and this is the reason why I come to you now and make this video, because this is what I really have a problem with, because they watch these videos and they get fed the propaganda, and then when they see something like me, not trying to toot my own horn, but they see something like me that kind of shatters those stereotypes and that reality that they have in their head, they look at me with the side eye, pretty much. So yeah, just shots, yeah. Again, no black boys. No black boys. No black boys. None. That's what I'm saying. There you will be hard pressed to find anything that is for the black man. I'm just highlighting the stuff that I see normally in this city, highlighting the the type of mentality that the city has. But supposedly, we supposed to have a black man as a mayor. So where are the advertisements? Where's the just I'm gonna just go ahead and say propaganda for him? Where's the propaganda for him? There is none. There are no advertisements for him. There are no appeals to him. It's only appeals to the woman. Again, women. That's the only time you see a black man working. And that's it. So that's just just a small microcosm of what I see in normally in the city. Maybe I'm in the wrong city. I don't know, but I do know for a fact that where I'm at, there is nothing for me, even though there's everything for my female counterpart. You can now I have heard that there there are a lot of people out here, a lot of like school districts, and I don't have any children, so I don't know for certain, but I do have nieces and nephews, and I do see how the black girl is held to a higher not they are not held to a higher standard, but they are kind of looked at more favorably than the black boy. Just like what you're seeing in that video, they're looked at favorably. If they're looked at in more favor of the black girl than the black boy, and I think that I think that that is a shame because you have so many people saying that, oh well, um now they have Black Lives Matter, and you have people that say, well, why don't they stop, why how come, well, I don't even see stuff like Save the Black Man. I don't see anything like that, but Black Lives Matter, but in reality, it's just only the black woman matters. And that's one thing, that is one big problem that I do see in the city, that the city does not cater to black men, it does not cater to black people. It just caters to the small minority of white people and black women. Um, I mean, I can watch another one. We can watch another one, and I can hold on. Bring it up. Hold on, 12. No. See, even just scrolling through, even just I'm just scrolling through and looking at the thumbnails right now, and they're all you see are women. That's all you see. So I just the thing is, it does not help when you already have a people, a sect of women, a section of women that think that they're separate from their male counterparts. They see stuff like that. Young children see stuff like that, and they think that they they are they are in two different boats when in reality they're in one, just like every other race is. So I just think that this is kind of like propaganda in a sense, because they they're just trying to appeal to one side and make it seem, and just kind of like make the other side seem irrelevant or non-existent in some cases. Um, Something else I wanted to highlight was um how I see. I'm trying to figure out a way to put it. There are, I mean, and this is a topic that is kind of cliche, but there are churches on every corner in this city, and I don't think that there are too many female pastors in the city. Again, so my thing is, you have supposedly black men in these leadership roles, but you can't tell from what the city puts out. There could be a church on every corner, but the city is still ran by these figureheads. If the churches really played a part in this city, you probably will see a lot of improvements and a lot of appeals to people that look like them. You probably see a lot of appeals that appeal to the family structure instead of just keeping everything in a gynocratic sense. I just want to. I really want to point out just all the churches that where every church is. Hold on. So, city map of my city, and oh wait, hold on. Okay. So I know I'm at. 1 second. Oh, hold on. Gotta, here we go. Yeah, here we go, right here. So and do one more. No. Okay. So I just want to point out how and maybe I can do like a man on the street type video where I actually go and show you guys all these churches. So there there's almost there are 20. Wow. Hold on. So these are all different churches. I can't, for some reason, it won't let me show them all. Okay, hold on. Mm, it won't let me show them all. But this should give you a good idea about how many churches that there are in the city. Um, so my whole thing is about that is, oh, let me kind of blow it up a little bit. Can I make this bigger? I don't think I can. Don't think I can. Okay, I can do that. But so this is just highlighting all the different churches that we have in the city. Let me do one more refresh. Okay. So I mean, I'm not going to get into all that. I just think that I just um I just wanted to point out that there are more than enough churches in the city that there should be a voice for the leaders of this church. They might not stay in the city, but it highlights how the city, it puts these establishments there, but these establishments do nothing for the city. And it just makes it furthers the divide between the male and the female, the black male and the black female within the city. I think I will do something like a man on the street type thing where I kind of go around and just kind of show like a collection of how many churches there are, because there's a church almost on every corner, sometimes two churches on one corner or across the street from each other type thing. And they're still, and the city is still in a horrible shape. So I just wonder, with all these with all these churches, where are the people that lead these churches, and them kind of coming together saying, okay, well, this city screwed up. How can we fix this? How can we at least try to tackle this problem? And there's none of that. There's that kind of mindset is non-existent within the city. It's like these people, these the people that lead these churches are pretty much taking advantage of the people that live in the city, because I'm pretty sure that there are some people that want answers, but there are some people that just kind of go along with it. Oh, well, there's church. I got to go to church, if I want to consider myself a Christian. And they do the whole thing, but they don't really want to change anything. And it just seems like when when you really do want solutions, when a person comes by that really wants solutions, it's kind of saddening to see that there's a city full of people that don't want solutions, that don't want to really do anything to help. Just as long as they're comfortable, as long as everything works, I'm okay. Not trying to make sure it stays working, but as long as it works right now, then I'm comfortable. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here. Um, Maybe I'll do a part two, go talking about churches, and uh, maybe breaking down some more videos. But I really do think that people, I for one, it just it seems like that there are some people that want answers to what's going on in the city, and I'm here to pretty much kind of call bluffs and be like, okay, well, here we are. I want it. I really want answers too. So let's do it. So um, I do videos walking about the city, so it shouldn't be an issue. Kind of doing a on the street take of the city, and maybe talking to some people. I don't know. I'm not gonna get ahead of myself, but I just want to at least start the conversation, at least bring the conversation to the forefront. I do apologize if um if the video is kind of boring, or um if I seem like I'm just kind of like, if I don't know how to speak very well, because none of this stuff is written down. It's just a lot of stuff I had on my mind that I thought I should talk about. So hopefully next time, or as I proceed forward to the future, I'll get better, and I'll, be able to come better with all this, and maybe the appearance will be a little better. I don't know. But yeah, thank you. Have a good night.